Thank you, Owen. Can you send me that introduction? Because I think you do it better than me.
It's all recorded, Elaine, don't worry.
Perfect. So hello, everybody. And first of all, of course, a big thank you to James for arranging such a fabulous event and everybody for taking some time out of your day to come and join me this morning. So leadership, whether it was a position thrust upon you or something you chose to do, being a leader based on honesty, authenticity, and meaningful relationships requires you to be brave, bold, and do something most people cannot or would not do. To consistently deliver the kind of leadership that inspires others, serves others, and points them towards a greater purpose is a big responsibility, a constant pressure, and a super tough gig at times. So to all the leaders on the call right now, I want to send you a big virtual high five. And to anyone watching who thinks they've got a great leader, maybe you could give them a shout out in the chat or tell them directly today. The aim of my offering today is to help any leaders or potential leaders in the room to perhaps get some perspective on your thoughts, your challenges, and hopefully by sharing some of my experiences, share some confidence amongst us all, me included, that we're doing it right when there's perhaps no one right way to do it. First of all, I'm of course not the finished article. And every time I journey into my leadership, expand my research, or seek knowledge from others, I realize just how little I know. But here are my top 10 lessons from the leadership I've experienced in the last 5 years of growing a company that was at one point just a concept to now what is the most successful sales development recruitment company, placing high potential, low experience candidates with high growth, exciting SaaS businesses based in London. So, number one, light the way. It is your job to set the pace and tone of activity. I would never ask my team to do something that I wouldn't do. And I think it's really easy to forget this when things are going well. Last year, in the midst of the coronavirus, when it felt like 5 years of building a business that I love was taken away from me overnight with job offers cancelled and companies being cautious about hiring, I jumped on the phone and prospected my heart out. I got 5 offers to interview to become an SDR that day, so I must have been doing something right. We often talk about being humble as a leader, but this isn't just about being humble. It's about staying connected to the heartbeat of the business, essentially your customers' requirements. Never underestimate doing the job. I do it every day. Make those cold calls, attend those customer follow-ups, get involved in social selling. How can you expect your team to do so with gusto if you can't do it at all? Number 2, have a clear vision. On the first day of Venatrix, James Kahn's investment team asked me to distill the vision of my company by taking each word one by one and defining what it meant. I'd written to become London's #1 source of SDR talent to high growth SaaS companies. What does #1 mean? They said. I was like, by quality of service. They were like, what does that mean? I guess the point I'm driving at is to make sure that your vision doesn't just mean something to you, but to everybody in the team is interpreted in the same way. We revise our vision annually and seek the team's input to ensure that we have everybody's buy-in. Number 3, over-communicate the vision. Sometimes it's tough when you're head down and so focused on delivering the number to remember to stop and look and make sure that everybody is on the same journey with you. If you're like me and a very task-orientated leader, set reminders in your calendar to keep you talking to your team about why what you're doing is so important and the outcome and what's in it for all of the stakeholders. The vision needs to run through the core of your company, from hiring to one-to-ones to quarterly meetings. Number 4, hire right. Of course, I couldn't deliver a talk without talking about hiring. It is my true passion. I believe people fuel the rate of company growth. Get great people and you are on to a winner. Ignite with proper leadership and a fantastic product and service, and you're on a rocket ship to success. But it all starts with people. Clearly define your desired candidate across your team, lay out the process, and do not compromise until you find the right person. Review the requirement and discuss with your team constantly. Never assume that everybody knows what the right candidate is. We are a recruitment company, and finding our last hire was tough. I stopped and thought about it and realized our messaging was all wrong and we'd lost sight of what we were really looking for. We switched it up as a team, and the next day we got a candidate who read a post we'd posted and commented on how we'd written it had really resonated with her. That person is now set to join the team. The amount of effort you put into hiring will essentially dictate your results. Number 5, be a coach. So once you have great people, it's now time to empower them to deliver. Being a coach is so much more than asking a few questions. It's having a genuine interest in helping an individual to achieve their true potential. It's about holding space, listening, asking questions, and quite often saying nothing at all and helping people to reach their own solutions and conclusions. Try and hold back and don't jump in. Otherwise, your team will be limited to the potential of your singular thoughts and mindset. I have weekly one-to-ones with those working towards new positions in the company or those that feel that they need help. I do them every Friday morning, and they're a high priority in my week. Coaching then gives people the opportunity to make an impact and own something within the business. For example, our team leader, Tara Jackson, led our recent work from home versus office to eventually find a new office campaign. I don't want to make every decision. I want to hire people who can go on to make decisions that I trust. Number 6, get a coach. So I have a business/life coach that I meet for 2 one-hour sessions per month. Having a coach has helped me hugely to progress Venatrix in the last 9 months. I'm 100% a self-starter, and since the age of 16 I've been working, so it's not that I need somebody to motivate me, but when you have a lot of energy, it could be difficult to be sure you're always sending it in the right direction and not getting sucked into shiny new ideas over here when you haven't already delivered on your existing strategies. My coach, who's called Eric Partaker, gives me the space to reflect and regroup and sends my thinking in a different direction. Since having a coach, I've managed to train 3 times consistently a week in the gym, live a healthier lifestyle, achieve a personal goal to buy and renovate a camper van, have considerably better mental health. Oh, and of course, we've doubled the amount of placements that we make in Venatrix. My success is our success, and our success is my success. So investing in myself makes me a stronger leader and gets everybody across the team better results. Number 7, listen and take feedback. I always want to know what I could be doing better. We use a call coaching platform, and every call I make with a candidate or a client can be reviewed by a member of the team to listen to. We run quarterly business reviews where everyone's invited to contribute and share ideas for the next quarter. And I regularly ask for feedback and work with our business development director, Sophie Allen, and team leader, Tara Jackson, to bounce ideas, share criticism, and collaborate. If you're stuck of where to get this started with your team, a great starter question is, how can I help support you better? Number 8, consider your boundaries. And this is not only for what you don't let in, but also for what you do let out. I am constantly myself at all times. I don't leave another Elaine at the office. I'm a person. And with that, I'm brave, strong, calm, but also vulnerable, stuck, and challenged. And I don't want to hide that because I want to be authentic. Recently, some of my team members bought me a massage, as they must have sensed I needed it. And it was such a great moment because it was a nice gesture, but it also really spoke to me about what we built, an environment where you can be yourself and everybody has got your back. Number 9, be decisive. So whenever I'm stuck on a decision, I refer back to my values as a leader to help me make the right choice. Prior to having defined this list, I would dilly-dally over decisions, afraid of getting it wrong, and revisit the problem several times. I don't do that anymore because time is precious and it goes quickly. So strive for progress and not perfection. Number 10, join the Gucci gang. So what is coming to work and high achieving without celebration and reward, not only for your team, but for you as well? Money is great, but we all know that it has limits. So put your thought into what real rewards are going to work for your team. Last year, I walked into Gucci and I bought everybody a handbag for winning the Recruitment Entrepreneur Company of the Year award. Yes, when I handed them out, there were tears, and the sales rep at Gucci haven't stopped calling me since. Lavish gifts aside, we take time every Friday to give team members a high five where each individual can explain about a reason why somebody in the team has impressed them that week. So there you have it, guys. I hope there's some useful, practical tips for you there, or maybe some comfort that, in fact, what you're doing is in some way right. Feel free to connect with me today and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.